So Toby's going to touch on some questions about non-league football now.
So, Gary, you sound like you have some amazing experiences at the very top of the football pyramid, but I'd love to take you down towards the bottom here. Have you had any non-league football experiences yourself?
My goodness, yes. Growing up, I came from a footballing family. My father was a professional for Bristol Rovers and then Newport County. But then, of course, as I was growing up, he was stepping down the leagues. He played for, in the time, I think it was the Rothmans Western League. And I think he managed and played for a lot of towns, Clevedon Town, Trowbridge Town, Frome Town. And yes, it was an incredible time. We used to meet in the mornings, like for away games, and literally the fans used to travel on the coach with the team. So we'd all be there, and the first team would be at the front, and all of us fans would be at the back singing and having a good old jolly time. And then we had trips down to Falmouth, things like that. And I would say that those memories of all those trips. After the games, they'd arrange with a local fish and chip shop to get fish and chips to stop at for the way home, and going there, watching the games, and going all around the community. So, yes, I had a great rapport, during my years of growing up. Yes, I had a very good understanding of how the community works and basically how clubs are run within the communities.
Yeah, and you're just talking about communities there. It sounds so different to what you'd experience these days. But looking at the current circumstances with COVID, etc., how big do you think the community aspect is now to sort of help each other out and just try and stay positive?
No, it's vast. I mean, we're talking about different. Talk for Spurs. I mean, our work in the community is still vital. Our communities around us. We do a lot of work, within the Haringey, Enfield areas, a lot of areas around the club. But of course, we drew Marine in the FA Cup, and so I did a Zoom call for their vulnerable supporters with David Fairclough, the ex-Liverpool striker, who was an ambassador for Marine, and listening to how the club has survived and how they've managed to get to where they are over these last 10, 20 years has been incredible. So yes, for as far as local teams are concerned, there's still the passion, the excitement, but of course it's on a smaller scale. But it is vital that the local communities support the teams because that's the only way they can survive.
Yeah, I agree with that. I completely agree. Now, had you heard of Harpenden Town before today?
Yes, I live in Hertfordshire and not far from St Albans, so of course, Harpenden Town is a team that's quite close to me. So yes, I had heard of the team, but I've never actually played there. We used to have some pre-season games or whatever, but against some different teams, non-league teams, but I never got to play at Harpenden.
Well, how about we ask you this? Instead of playing at Harpenden, do you think when things are cleared up, you might be willing to pop down to Roughampstead Park and watch a Harpenden game with us?
Well, yes, thank you for the invitation, and yes, as I say, it's I'm not that far away, so yes, if it can be fitted in, that'd be fantastic.
Oh, that's brilliant. Ossie said he'd love to as well. So maybe we can make some sort of date, hopefully in the near future, and see you two down at Roughampstead.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the meantime, obviously for the club itself, but for all the supporters, we're in very tough times. But most importantly, stay safe and look after each other.